I only have one life. Why are you still sitting there doing nothing? Get your shit together. Cut those friends off. Actually invest in yourself. If nobody else is proud of you, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You, right there, watching this video.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hey, hi, hello. If you're not new, wish goody, wish poppin'. So I'm AshlynnRacquel to be exact, and today is going to be a relaxing talk one-on-one video with each other, okay? So I have my wine of choice and my wine glass. I got these off Amazon, so I can link them down below. And then my wine of choice today is a Stella Rose Black. So I will be right back. I'm about to pour this in here and we're just going to vibe and talk. It's going to be a sip and talk video. I am going to be sipping on my wine, and this is kind of like a girls night in. That's what I'm going to call it. It's going to be called girls night in. And let me back y'all out a little bit. It's going to be called girls night in, and we're going to talk about topics that the girls need to talk about. I'm gonna eventually get like a cute back setup, but right now it's just my bookcase and my clothing rack and this rolly chair, which I want to change chairs. So we'll see how that goes. Let's get our first sip. If you are of age, go ahead and grab you a cup. We're just gonna dive right in. I have my notes just to kind of guide us and get us to where we're going. If you hear noise outside, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So I had a couple of topics that were asked of me on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and do so, because I do ask a lot of questions pertaining to YouTube videos and like what you would want to see and chat about. So this one primarily is going to be about cutting off friends, how I saved up enough money to move to Texas, and yeah, so let's just dive right into the video. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the like button. Leave a comment for what you want the next girls talk to be, and let's just get right into the video. All right, so the first thing I'm going to start off with is, if you don't know, I moved to Texas 2-ish months ago. I moved the end of June. And I saved up enough money with my boyfriend in less than a year to move here and begin our new journey. So make sure I look good, y'all. Gotta make sure. Okay, so the first thing I want to discuss is cutting off friends. And this is, yeah, hold on, let me turn off this light. Oh, much better. Okay, so the first topic is cutting off friends, and I'm going to discuss how this was all beneficial to me and how I think it would be beneficial to other people listening and tuning in. So I am very, very big, a firm believer in God. This isn't to push my religion on anybody else, but I am a firm believer in God, and I believe that sometimes the people around you can block what's for you. And I had been going through that for a very long time, a couple of years. Now within these years, I had cut off numerous friends, but I was also adding friends. So it was like cutting off, adding, cutting off, adding. And it got to the point where I got really, really down, depressed, sad. And it was because like you see social media friend groups and you're just like, why can't I find a group of people that want to be loyal and just be friends, right? So I began to analyze my friend group, and I started to analyze the people that I wanted to bring into my life presently. Sometimes we tend to hold on to friendships because of the history and because we feel like that's needed. But sometimes those friends are not meant to come with you on your next journey, and they're the reason that you're being held back. So I had always talked about wanting to move, so much so that it was a little bit of manifestation and affirmations, but it was also all given to God, because yes, I prayed and I manifested and I asked, but prayer is key. So I basically cut off almost every single old friend that I had that was not good for me, or they did not have the same goals that I now had. Sometimes it is okay to have different friends for different things, but they all need to at least be on the same page. And there's been times where I've had to tell friends that I couldn't be their friend anymore until they got their shit together. There is nothing wrong with doing that, because your goal is to get to a higher place. Nobody wants to stay stagnant and not grow into their higher self. And sometimes those friends have you stuck. So when you want to actually dig deep, it really comes down to making sure you have the right people around you and the people that motivate you to succeed and want you to do better. All of my current friends are business owners. All of my current friends have big dreams and goals that they want to reach, and I feel like that is more cherishable than somebody that just sits there and eats all of your energy and all of your power, period. So the first thing that you're gonna want to do is analyze your circle and realize that some people cannot go to the next level with you. And that's not saying that they can't be your friend in the future, but sometimes you have to cut them people off. So if you were looking for a sign, this is your sign. Cut that person off that you've been thinking about, because it's time. It's time to let them go. It's time to let them go, okay? Manifesting. And affirmations. So like I said, I had been wanting to move to Texas since I was in college, but I didn't know what part of Texas. I didn't narrow down a location until I got with my boyfriend, Austin. Most of you know who Austin is. So I did get with Austin and we decided to move. We've been together 2 years now. So we decided this a very long time ago that we wanted to move and actually like do better for ourselves. I'm getting closer because I just felt like being far back was weird. So when it comes to manifesting your goals and speaking what you want into existence, although you speak it into existence, you still have to do the work to get there. So you can't say I want to go somewhere and then not do shit to get to where you're trying to go. So I spent a very long time talking to myself and writing down my goals and thinking about what I wanted for my life, where I wanted to be in 5 years, what I wanted to be doing. And slowly but surely, it was just folding into my hand. So much so that I wanted to move, I wanted to get a new car, I wanted to do all of these things. But I felt like there was something holding me back, and that can be friends, that could be financially, that could be time management, that could be not putting enough time towards your goals and what you want to do. And manifesting is real, but you still have to do the work to get the reward. You can't just say you want something or ask God for something and then just sit there and not put in any type of work. You know what I'm saying? So that's is where the manifestation came from. Now moving forward to time management, I think saving and being financially free plus time management was the next pull for me. So let's dive into it. It took us 8 months to move. I'm not going to say how much money we saved, but I will give a what is it, like a range. So we saved between $3,000 $6,000 within 8 months. That truly came from knowing what we wanted, knowing how much we needed to get there, and not letting anything get in our way from doing it. So when it comes to time management and saving your money, you'll save your money for something you truly want. And what I mean by that is, like, if you want to save for a house, you'll save for a house. If you want to save for a new car, you'll do everything that you need to get that new car. Nobody can really force you or swindle you until you're ready. So when you're ready, you will do what's necessary to get to that point. We buckled down. We didn't overspend. We did reward ourselves when we hit certain goals, but we did not go out to eat all the time. We cut that out. We cut out doing excess date nights and things that we were doing because we knew that we could do that whenever we moved, when we were ready to succeed. So we cut out all of those things and we focused on just saving up every single penny crumb that we could to get to where we need to go. The advice that I would give somebody that is wanting to move or wanting to be financially free and wanting to be, I don't even want to say financially free, financially stable, and wanting to get to that next level but they're scared, you need to talk to yourself, come to an agreement of what you want out of life, set a goal and stick to that goal and make that goal. Whether that's cutting out certain subscriptions, Netflix, Spotify, Apple Music, things like that. If it's cutting out that, if it's cutting out Starbucks, if it's cutting out how much you're eating out, if it's cutting out small things like that to save money so that you can save quicker, do it, because you'll be rewarded by moving or getting to the next level of what you want to do. I'm so sorry if I keep touching my hair. It's like I like the curls, but I don't like my big ass head, so like I'm trying to, like, yeah, if I could talk this way we would be so much better. Ooh, I might be able to. So that is what I would have to say for somebody that's interested or wanting to be financially free, or even get to the point where you are able to save and truly do what you want to do. For the longest time I had wanted to move, didn't know how I was going to get there, but I continued to pray to God, and I continued to save and be prepared for when that time came, and that time came. I moved in June and we had been saving since August of last year, so a little shy of a year. We had started saving, actually no, we started saving in October, so yeah, a little shy of a year, like 7 or 8 months of just saving everything we could and continuously being obedient to the man above. The next one is moving and getting your shit together. So let's talk about it, shall we? This wine is amazing. Go ahead and take you another sip. Take you another sip. Every time I take a sip, you take a sip. Okay. So I don't really know how or exactly what to say. Moving is not easy, but it's not hard. Like I said, we set a goal of where we wanted to go, and then we continue to look into pricing of housing, pricing of bills, and we started to pre-plan what we wanted, because what we personally did was I found a realtor that was based in Texas, and she assisted us with everything, even though we were in a whole nother state. And she was able to find us the house that we're currently in, and we were able to move pretty quickly. But that's not to say that everybody else's experience will be like that. I would recommend looking at some, so Texas has apartment hunters, and you can like follow them on Instagram. I'll link some below if anybody's interested in moving to Texas. And they have like apartment hunters, and these hunters were people search for apartments for you. They find the prices, they ask you your budget, they ask if you have pets, they ask you what your income is, and they find a detailed list of places that are recommendable for you, and they help you move even if you're out of state. So I would recommend looking into that. Actually narrowing down the city that you might be interested in moving to. We are in Houston, so you know, everybody's different. So the goal is to save up your money, narrow down a location and a place, and start to progress and get to the point of where you're wanting to be. Put together. This is your sign if you're watching this. Get your shit together, okay? Let me get into the camera. Get your shit together. Why? Because you only have one life. Why are you still sitting there doing nothing? Get your shit together. Cut those friends off. Actually invest in yourself and get right. How do you get your shit together? You start by cutting off those unnecessary people. Cut them off. Cut off the unnecessary people that don't want to see you doing better and don't want to see you succeed. Cut off the people that don't have any value to your successes. Add value to your life by adding the right people in your life. Get your shit together by stop eating out if you don't have the money to do so. Stop wasting your money on unnecessary things and focus on getting to where you want to be. I recently paid off some debt that I had, my credit cards. Credit cards can be useful if you know how to use them. But again, when you're ready to go into that adulthood and God or your higher power is ready to put you in that position, it's going to happen. But you sometimes block your blessings because you're not being obedient and you're not paying attention to the signs that you're needing to pay attention to get to where you're trying to go. Because you truly can have anything in this world that your heart desires as long as you're being obedient to God and you're actually working towards your goal. It's not going to be handed to you. Although some people do have that luxury, some don't. But you can still make a life for yourself, but you have to get your shit together. I know a lot of our generation sees all of these luxury people living these luxury lives. I'm 23 and I am so happy with how life is going right now that I would not want anybody else's. And that's the point that you need to get to in your life, to where you stop. And social media has a big ass part in that. Like, social media makes 22-year-olds think that they need to have 6-figure jobs. Social media has 20-year-olds thinking that they need to drive a Rolls Royce or they're not doing good for themselves. And that's false. It's a false narrative. Does it happen to some people? Yes, but that is their journey. That is not yours, and you cannot compare your journey to somebody else's because you don't know what God has in store for you, but you sitting here and dwelling on your current life because you comparing yourself to somebody on social media. Cut that shit out, because it's, you know, like, and I'm sorry I'm doing all this cussing. The truth comes out. But you truly need to focus on yourself. Personally, what I did was, a couple of years ago, I unfollowed anybody that I felt threatened by. And not threatened in the sense of thinking that they scared me. Threatened me in the fact of my mental. Your mental health is very important. I unfollowed people that I felt made me jealous. People that I felt like I was in competition with, because, you know, that's mental. That's all mental. And it's okay to want to get to that point, but to start comparing your current life to what somebody else has is when you mess up. So I unfollowed people. I unfollowed the social media influencers, those big influencers that are the same age as me but just happen to come up on luck faster. I unfollowed them and I started following artists, business owners, fashion people that were on my level, people that inspired me. And now I follow the influencer people that I had unfollowed. But it was all a mental thing, and I had to get it in my head that my time would come when it was time for it to come. You can be a billionaire at the age of 40. You can do these things. You don't have to be that right now. You don't have to be stressing yourself out to become something as if time is running out. Take the time to applaud yourself for the little things and also applaud yourself for the big things. Don't dwell on something that's not happening right now, because it's just not your time, but your time is gonna come. I would have never in a million years thought that in 1 year I would already be living in the dream states that I wanted to live in and the dream city in less than a year, because I had talked about it last year, and now I'm actually living where I want to be with a good paying job. Last year I had a hell of a job. Like, I did not have a job that paid me anything. And now I actually have a house, I have a new job, and things are actually flowing. Things are flowing. There's so much that can happen in a year when you actually put your mind first, and you put yourself first, and you put your goals first and your dreams first. So much can happen in a year, to where it's almost scary. But God is not going to provide you with that until you're ready to accept it. And that can be stopping you from the people around you. That can be from you not learning a lesson and still not valuing what is in store for you. There are many things, but focus on yourself and you'll get there. This was a very long tangent, but for the longest, a lot of people have been wanting to know how I moved as quickly as I did and what steps I took and how. And this was really just kind of like a girl's talk. Like, this was really sit down and let's one-on-one. Let's get to the bag. I didn't intend on this video to be really long, so I am gonna go ahead and end it here. I hope this advice gets to where it needs to be and not on the wrong side of where it should not be, because even then I don't care. But I really hope that this gets to the right person and the right person just heard everything that I was giving out. I am halfway done with my glass. I'm going to go finish it, and I'm gonna go bake some cookies because I want some cookies. Keep going. I'm proud of you. If nobody else is proud of you, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You right there watching this video, I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of everything that you're doing right now. Everything that you're doing, I'm proud. I want to give you a hug. Like, if I can give you a hug through the camera, I would. That is how proud of you I am. Stop being so hard on yourself. God or your higher power is going to bless you when it's your time to be blessed. But don't block your blessings and don't block anybody else's. Your time is coming. But that is it for this video. I hope that this was helpful to anybody that needs to hear it. Comment down below what else I should talk about. Should I go into more detail about cutting off friends? Should I go into more detail about finances? Like, what do you want? Tell me. I think I'm gonna do a Shein haul next, but I'll let y'all know. So cheers if you're still sipping your wine, and if not, I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.